Hello you guys, and officially welcome to my very first YouTube video, officially long form. My name is Christina. I am a mom of 3. I'm an entrepreneur. I am from New York, now living in Tampa, Florida wow, we're about to celebrate 3 years. So crazy. We moved here in 2021 and we're about to celebrate 3 years living in Tampa officially, and wow, it's been a journey. It's been absolutely amazing, and we love it. Anyway, I am making a vlog slash, I guess, lifestyle YouTube. I just turned 35 years old and I have just been in this place where I want to share the advice that I wish that I knew. I want to share bits and pieces of my life for memory purposes and for inspiration purposes. So memory purposes meaning my kids will one day, they'll be able to look back on these videos and just see all the fun we had, all the advice, all the different things that I've gone through, the things that I've, been able to conquer, the things that I've, suffered through and come out on the other side. So I just genuinely like to share. I've been on social media my whole life, so I've never done YouTube. I've never done long form videos, always short, reels, little clips. I love writing. I definitely would write in captions and stuff like that, but I don't know what's going on with my shirt or my, what's it called, blazer. Anyway, I never did like long form videos. So yeah, here we are officially, and I feel like it's weird. I'm still getting to know, what I like, my angles, lighting, all that good stuff, but I just wanted to share a little bit of what was on my mind. So it is April of 2024, Mother's Day is coming up, and around this time, I always feel a certain type of way. My mom passed June of 2020. So she passed right after Mother's Day. She passed about 3 weeks before her actual birthday. And the months leading up to her passing were absolutely horrible. So it's always a countdown for me. Like about March to June is a countdown, because March is when things got really bad. And it was the pandemic, and my mom at the time was living in New Jersey and I was living in New York, and only about 2 hours away, so I would go back and forth and visit her. But when the pandemic hit, it was so hard because, it was harder to see her. If she had appointments, we couldn't go in with her. If she had to go to the hospital, we couldn't go in with her. It was crazy times now that I think about it, but just also the different things that she's went through as a woman, and, leading up to her passing as her daughter, it always felt like such a countdown. So I'm in the countdown phase. I don't know if anybody else has felt like this, but it's a countdown up until the anniversary where you feel like, all right, it's coming, that day is coming. And your grief is sneaking up on you, and you're feeling all these range of emotions, and you're going through life, and you still have to continue, being a mother, continue to work, continue to take care of yourself and all these things, and show up for yourself. And it's a lot. So I make this video for the motherless, for the moms who are raising children without their moms, for the people who have lost their mothers and who have to still celebrate Mother's Day or watch other people celebrate Mother's Day, or just for those who feel that void when it comes to, the loss of their mother. It's still to this day very hard to talk about. It's gotten a lot easier. I mean, I remember when mom passed, like at the drop of a dime, if you said her name, if you said anything of the sort, I would be in tears. And I think it's growth, and I think that it's healing. I think that, over time, you kind of learn how to package your grief, and you kind of learn how to, when, to grieve, and you kind of make time for it. But grief looks different on everybody. I think year 1 was tough because for me, that was a denial year. I know that she passed, I know that happened, but every single moment when I wanted to talk to her, or when she wasn't there, or something great happened in my life and I couldn't talk to her, I just felt like, did that really happen? Did she really die? So things like that, and it still happens now, but that first year, my goodness, I questioned it so much. I was like, that can't be reality. I'm just gonna go to sleep. I remember the day that she passed away, came back home, I mean, literally watched her go into a body bag, crazy, just like a movie. And then that's it. You just go home and like eat cereal, you know, until the funeral's planned. And it was so weird. I came home, I laid down, I was antsy, I took a shower, and I remember just laying there like, that didn't really happen. I just saw her the other day. She was alive, she was talking. That didn't happen. I'm just gonna go to sleep and hope that it's a bad dream. And I went to sleep and I woke up crying because I knew that it was real and I didn't want it to be. So year one was really, really tough. And I wanna talk about the advice that I have every single year. So it's about to be 4 years. So year one was the denial year. I can tell you for sure, it's gonna be really, really hard to make decisions for yourself. It's gonna be hard to have relationships. It's gonna be hard to mother if you're a mother. It's gonna be hard to, or it can be, I'm not gonna say it's going to be, everybody is different, but for me, it was hard to decipher what was really going on. I'm a single mom at that, and I'm still a single mom. I was a single mom at the time and still a single mom, but I felt so alone. My mom was my best friend, and if you were close to your mom, you know those feelings where, you know, you can't talk to your best friend anymore, or you can't pick up the phone call and, you know, joke about things or complain about things or get advice, and it hurt deeply. So when she passed, I remember instantly when I got that phone call, it was about 1 o'clock in the morning on June 4th, I felt so alone. I felt like, oh, who's gonna love me now? Who's gonna look out for me the way that she does? Who's going to give me advice? Who's going to encourage me? Who's going to help me to believe in myself the way that she did? Who's going to really be there for me? And I was torn and I was heartbroken and I didn't know where to turn. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to trust. I didn't even trust myself. I didn't trust my own thoughts. And the advice I can give to you in year one, because it's such a denial, it feels like, you know, it's a constant reality check, is to not stress yourself about relationships and friendships. These are the moments where people have to be there for you, right? It's critical. You're gonna learn who's in your corner. You're gonna learn who's really there for you. You're gonna learn who really loves you, who really, you know, cares for you. And people don't know how to treat you too. You gotta give them grace. But in year one, you know, you have to take care of yourself. The biggest relationship that you will have is within yourself in year one when you lose a parent, I believe. Because you are now navigating a space that you've never been in without the person who gave you the life that you're living, right? Like, my mom birthed me. She gave me this life. I came into this world from her womb, and I am continuing on, and she's no longer. So this is a space that I've never been in. So the choices that you're making, the anger, the emotions, you got to give yourself a lot of grace, and you have to work on your relationship with yourself, because you're going to go through it. You're going to have a lot of ups and downs. You're going to feel angry. You're going to feel sad. You're going to feel confused. You're going to want to ask questions that you can no longer ask. You're going to want to figure things out. It's hard. And I truly believe that, I know that we're going through a pandemic, but I feel like that pandemic was for me. I had recently opened an event space business the year prior, and it was going really, really well. So fun. It was like the best time of my life. And I remember that was the first business that I ever started without having to ask my mom financially for help. I had saved some money and I did it, and I was feeling super like pleased with myself. And at that point she was, you know, getting sick and she wasn't able to be around as much. But I just felt so excited because I did that on my own. And so I'm running a business, you know, essentially operating, and my mom is not there. She's sick. I'm still having to check in and take care of her. I have these 3 little babies, and then March of 2020 comes and it's a pandemic, a word that I've never even heard of. And everything shut down. And I was forced that I couldn't work. I couldn't run my business. And the reason why I say the pandemic was for me is I know that we lost people. I know that it was tragic, and I know that it had different effects on different people. And I pray for, those people. But for me, it was a time where I could slow down. And I had to slow down. I had no choice but to slow down. So I decided to take care of myself physically, mentally, emotionally. I started working out more, all those good things. But it also just allowed me time to properly prepare for what I didn't know was coming. So I started working out. I lost like 40 pounds in 5 months, and I felt great. But all these healthy habits, all these things that I was doing, I had no idea that it was preparing me for what I was gonna need for when my mom passed. Because when she passed, I had all those emotions. I was sincerely devastated. But the one thing I remember wanting to do about 2 weeks after, mourning and being in bed, I wanted to get up and work out. So I started working out and naturally just went back on social media and, my regular posting, stuff like that. And people thought I was crazy. They were like, how do you have this energy to work out? Like, you just lost your mom. All these things are like, just take a break. You don't have to do that. You don't have to eat right. Do whatever feels right to you. But that is exactly what felt right to me. And I say that to say, taking care of myself months before that literally saved my life in that moment. So if you're not doing that already, not to say that you have to prepare for something, but taking care of yourself will prepare you for the future, for when things do happen. It will help you to, be more confident. It'll help you to not only get in better health, but just emotional health. It'll help you create healthier habits, discipline, consistency. And I'm just so blessed that I was able to start that journey before she passed, because it literally saved my life. It was a part of my grieving, moving my body, eating well, taking care of myself. So I felt really good doing it. And I know that was something that she would want me to do too. My mom was an avid, person who went to the gym. She was super healthy. She was a doctor. She loved taking care of herself. I mean, there was nobody on this earth who took care of themselves better than my mother. So I know that's something that she would want me to do. And it's something that I get to do and I still do till this day. So yeah, year one is all about taking care of yourself. Be selfish, work out, eat well, get a massage, get a pedicure, read some books, listen to your music, dance. Don't take things too seriously, because you are still navigating a huge part of your life, a part that you have never, ever seen before. So give yourself grace and take care of yourself. Year two, I had epiphanies. That was the year of just like, oh my gosh, like everything she was trying to teach me, everything that, we went through together as mother and daughter, everything that she instilled in me, it all started to make sense. It was like the pieces of the puzzles were coming together, and it was frustrating because I couldn't talk to her and be like, oh mom, I get it now. I get why you told me not to do that. I get why, maybe sometimes her delivery wasn't the best. My mom was a Haitian woman, okay? She was a Haitian, beautiful, strong-willed woman, and it was very rare that she would deliver a message with the grace and kindness that I wanted. But nonetheless, I understood where she was coming from, and unfortunately, I learned those lessons more when she passed. And I feel like that was a bit of a God moment, because, man, thankfully I was able to go back, in time and tell her how grateful I was for her, how grateful I was for her to be my mother, how grateful I was for her to teach me the things that she was teaching me. I was able to have hard conversations with my mom before she passed. And a lot of people don't get to do those things. So even if you have a living parent now, or anybody in your life that you just feel like you need to have resolve with, I encourage you to go ahead and do so, because life is short. I only had my mom 31 years. I thought I was gonna have her for at least 60 years, or more. But 31, it was cut short, and she was only 61. And if I could give advice for year two, as you start to recognize the lessons, recognize the little things in the relationship that you lost, I would say that you should try your best to resolve things within yourself and resolve things within people around you. Maybe there's some relationships you have to let go of. Maybe there's some things that you need to talk about. Maybe there's some people in your life that, you need to mend things with, or ask forgiveness for, or get forgiveness from them. Maybe there's some things that you need to apologize for. Maybe there's some things that you need to fix within yourself. It really depends on who you are and where you're at in life. But year 2 was just a year of epiphanies. I lost a lot. I gained a lot. I learned a lot. And my spiritual walk became stronger and stronger because, God and my wellness journey was the number one thing that saved me. And having my children, of course. Now they're little, they're only right now 12, 7, and 8 years old. And they don't know how much they heal me every single day. Their hugs, their kisses, their loves, their encouraging words, they bless me. And I know that God literally sent them on this earth just for me. So yeah, year 2 was the epiphanies. I was able to journal a lot, because that's the way that I communicate my feelings and my thoughts, is writing them down. And I was able to just realize, the woman that she was, and start to wake up to, maybe the things that she was trying to teach me, and apply it to my life now. Everything is about making a memory. Everything is about living a beautiful life. Everything is about grace and happiness and forgiveness. Everything is about peace for me. And I know that it's because of who she was, and because, her passing literally awakened something in me. And I'm thankful for that. Now, year 3, year 3 was rough for me because life is happening, right? The ball keeps on rolling and you start to feel so guilty. You start to feel like, man, how can I celebrate this accomplishment, or how can I do this, or the kids are doing this and I can't talk to her. She can't see this. She can't hear what's going on. Even like the pain that I was going through, I started dating again. And we would always talk about my future dating journey. She didn't know that part of my life. I had recently divorced when my mom had passed. I had divorced in 2019. So she was helping me through my divorce. And she was the one person that was giving me that extra hope, saying, oh my gosh, you're gonna find somebody amazing who's gonna love you and the kids. I know it. Like, she was super confident and encouraging and loving and kind. And I just wish I could tell her everything about my dating journey. And of course, I'll make another video about that. But man, I wish I could tell her. I wish I could talk to her. And I wish I could be like, man, oh my gosh, this happened, that happened. Oh, I learned this about myself, or I learned this about this person, or this situation. Like, it was a lot. So year 3, recognizing that life was moving without her has been painful, because I just want her to be so much. I want her to be a part of it, and she's not. So the thing that I've been doing is upping my self-care to an extreme. Like I said, she was the self-care queen, but now I have a different standard, and I think it's a standard that she's always wanted for me. This year, the word for my life has been standard. I did not grow up having the best standards for myself, relationally, personally. That's just how it was. And now, as I turned 35 this year, last month, I have a different standard for myself. I'm taking care of myself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. I'm trying to focus on long-term. I feel like I'm an adult now. So I'm just taking care of myself the way that she would want me to. And that's what's happening in year 3. And it's beautiful. And of course, it's still heartbreaking at the same time, because I wish I could tell, like, oh my gosh, Mom, I did this. And oh my gosh, you would love this. And oh, let's go here. And all the things. But year 3 truly has been eye-opening for me, because I'm recognizing all that she's ever wanted for me. I was my mom's only girl, her only daughter. And, we went through our ups and downs. In our teenage years, it was rough. And then in my latter, like my early 20s, we started to reconnect and things got a little bit better. And then we were besties ever since, in my early 20s. And man, we were rocking and rolling for a good 15 years. So it really has been eye-opening to see what it is that she meant by take care of yourself. She always used to say that to me. And it doesn't have to be like luxury, expensive things, but really taking the time to get to know myself spend time with myself, see what I like, learn new things, give myself a pedicure, manicure, go get a pedicure, manicure, massage, get my hair done, go to the beach, spend time in peace with my kids. Don't have too many people around you, have good friends, quality friends, but you don't need a lot of friends. You say that all the time. Now I totally get it. totally get it. But man, year 3 is definitely a self-care year. And of course, I was big on self-care, when I started my journey of wellness, but it has turned up a notch. I definitely have a different standard because as I become, another year older and I'm in my mid-30s now, I picture my mom at my age. It was a fun thing I used to do with her is I would ask her every birthday, my birthday, I'm like, so what were you doing at 25? What were you doing at 26? What were you doing at 27? Obviously, I haven't been able to ask her what she did at, 31, 32, 33, 34, and now 35. But I always imagine how she might have felt because she had 3 kids at the time too. And I can't imagine how she did it. She was a single mom for a period of time as well. And man, the strength that she must have had to take care of us. I'm experiencing it now. It's a strength that I know is only coming from God. And again, these are things that I wish I could share with her. But yeah, so year 3, self-care. Year 2 was epiphanies, and year 1 was denial. And I know I'm entering year 4, and I know that grief will come and go. I know that different things are gonna happen, but I'm thankful. I'm thankful for my grief journey. I'm thankful that I've gotten an opportunity to learn so much from my mom while she was alive and in her passing. I feel like sometimes I learn more about her now that she's gone because I understand her better as I get older and as I go through things myself. And I think that's what she was trying to convey to me, as Haitian mothers, she would always say, oh, one day you're gonna understand when I'm not here. And I'm like, oh, whatever. And I get it, Mom. So I say all that to say grief looks different for everybody. You're gonna go through it. If you're a single mom like me, you're gonna make it through. I know there were plenty of times where I felt like I wasn't gonna make it. I felt like I didn't want to live anymore. I felt like I had nothing to live for. But I was able to look at my children and see purpose and see peace and see hope and see that, this is not the end. The enemy wants to make you think that because you lost something so great in your life, that you'll never have anything great in your life again. And he's a liar. We know that, but sometimes we forget that in the moment. So to my single moms, to my moms who are mothering without their mothers, to the people who have lost someone special in their lives, whether it's a mother figure, a father, whoever it is, just hold on. Things do get better. You're gonna go through the motions, but the motions you don't have to stay there. I want so much to make this channel about healing because that's what it is. I think healing, there's never an end. It's always gonna be a progressive place that you're gonna be in. And I'm so thankful to say that I have healed in many parts of my life and many parts I still have to work on. But in my grief, I know that it's gonna be up and down. It's not black and white. It's different for everybody. And I'm just thankful that I'm on this journey and that I have so many people to relate to because I know that I'm not alone. And I'm thankful that I'm now able to hold on to those memories because memories are all that you have. That's why I say make those memories, with yourself, with your kids, get to know yourself, have fun. I'm thankful that I get to learn from my mom's mistakes and I get to learn from my own mistakes and I get to show my children and teach them and, my friends and people around me, my siblings, different things that I went through. And I'm just thankful that God has given me another opportunity to live. Because there are many times, again, like I said, where I didn't know how I could go on. But he is so amazing that he will show you even in the rough times that he's there if you just call on him, if you believe. And if you ever feel alone, come to my page. You can relate, you can talk to me. But yeah, I just wanted to make this, I didn't know what my first YouTube video was gonna be about until a couple of days ago. And I was like, you know what? What's one subject I could talk about forever? It's my mom. So if I could say one thing to my mom, I would say, I love you and I miss you. And I wish we had more time together. But for the times that we don't have anymore, I'm gonna make up for it in my children, in my work, in my healing. I do still struggle, and I still wish that I could talk to you during those struggles, but you have left me with so much knowledge and so much peace in knowing that I have a God that I can go to, and I have amazing family and amazing friends. You left me the best siblings in the world, my brothers, and I just thank you for all that you have done for me. So, in conclusion, I know Mother's Day is coming up. Happy Mother's Day to all you amazing mothers, to mothers that we lost, to the mother figures, to the people who are becoming mothers. I just say, Happy Mother's Day to you. Mothers are something special, and I didn't recognize it until I became a mother myself. It's like everything that my mom ever tried to teach me, I learned the moment I became a mom. So, anywho, till next time, I pray for you. I love you, and thank you for watching.